Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. I am Rukmani teacher from ShreeRam Public School. Today I welcome you all in today's sections for an interesting topic. First of all, I would like to ask you, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Students, as you all know, uh, we begin with our studies. First, we will remember the God and do the short prayer. So I request all the students to join your hands and close your eyes. We say the prayer. Okay, students? Now, dear God, please enlighten my mind with truth. Inflame my heart with love. Show the right path. Lead me by the truth. Thank you so much, students. Now you can open your eyes, answer straight. Okay, students. Students, before we start our lesson, I would like to ask few questions. Okay. Do you watch cartoons on the televisions? So which cartoons do you like most? Can you tell students? You can put it in the chat box. What type of cartoons do you like most? Yes? Okay. Chota Bean, Doraemon, Oswald, Shin-chan. These are the cartoons we watch on the TV. And hope you all are enjoying seeing the cartoons on the televisions. Student, can you tell me why we watch the cartoon? See, in this cartoon, we learn the story of the Chota Bean, Doraemon. See, they show the drama. Okay, isn't it? Now, in today's lecture, we are going to see the puppet, story of a puppet. Do you know what you mean by puppet, students? The puppet means a model of a person or an animal. Means, do you ever seen the puppet in a drama or a play? Okay, let me explain later on. The puppet means what? That we can play a drama by making a character in that. Okay? So in today's lecture, we are going to meet a puppet. Okay? And that puppet is also having a name like you. So do you want to meet my puppet? Okay. So I will call out his name, and his name is Pinocchio. Now we'll call Pinocchio. Pinocchio, where is my Pinocchio? Yes. See, this is a little puppet. His name is Pinocchio. Today, we are going to learn the story of a Pinocchio. Pinocchio is a very naughty puppet that you will learn in today's story. In this lesson, in this story, there are three characters. First character is Geppetto. So, who is Geppetto? See, this is a Geppetto. The first character is Geppetto. And the second character is Pinocchio. He is a wooden puppet. And one more character is Fairy. So the main character of the story is Geppetto, Pinocchio, and Fairy. So students, let us start the story of a Pinocchio. Here we go, students. Now I just welcome to the online education class 3, subject English. In that, we are going to learn the topic Pinocchio. Your children, you can see, once upon a time, there was an old carpenter. Do you know, children, what do you mean by carpenter? The carpenter who makes the furniture, chair, with the help of wood. Okay? So the carpenter name is Geppetto. Geppetto lived alone. He didn't have any children. So one day he decided to make a beautiful puppet from a piece of wood. As I told you, what is meant by puppet? I will explain. Geppetto found a piece of wood in the shop of a carpenter. You can see the shop of the carpenter in the slide. Geppetto wanted to make a wooden puppet that could run, jump, and make its way around in the world. So let me explain what is meant by puppet. You can see the slide, the picture of the puppet. Puppet means a model of a person or an animal that you can move by pulling the strings. See, in the second picture, you can see the puppet is having the string. So, with the help of the string, we can move the puppets and they can dance, they can walk, they can talk like, and also which are putting your hands inside it, we can also talk like this. And even we can make a movements of the fingers, we can play the character of the puppets. You can see in the third slide, see elephant, bird, lion, okay? And through that, we can play the drama, okay? Now Geppetto carved a piece of wood in a boy shape. Now Geppetto was very talented person and he carved a piece of wood in a boy shaped. Now let's see. He makes the nose. He makes the eyes. He made the nose. Suddenly what happened, you know, children? The nose started growing longer and longer. Geppetto don't understand what is happening because he was making a wooden puppet. So suddenly the nose of the wooden puppet go longer and longer. Now, hello, says the puppet. Now Geppetto don't understand who's saying hello. Then he was looking here and there. Then see a look at the puppet. The sound came from the puppet. Hey, can you talk? Oh my God! Geppetto is surprised and said, "You shall be my little boy." Because as I said, Geppetto don't have a family. So he wanted a son. Okay, then Geppetto called the puppet Pinocchio. So like this, the puppet got the name Pinocchio. Pinocchio was a very naughty puppet. Why is naughty? Students, do you want to know that? Okay, students. He is not always nice to his father. Who is the father of the Pinocchio? Geppetto. Okay? See, he always promised to be a good boy and tell the truth and obey the father. He always promised that he will be a good boy. He will always say truth. He obey the father's order. But more often, he forget all his promises. Means he never do the things what he promised. Once Pinocchio wanted to be a real boy, a real son to his father Geppetto. Here, what do you mean by real boy, students? Real boy means he was a wooden puppet. Okay, so he want to become a real human being, a real son to his father Geppetto. Okay, so what's further? Once Pinocchio thought he would go to school and learn to read and write. So he also thought, like, he also seeing the neighbor children are going to school. So he also got an feeling that "Okay, I should also go to school to learn and write." He would, and then afterwards he would earn a lot of money for the Geppetto. Okay. So when hearing this, Geppetto felt very happy that Pinocchio want to go to school. Yes, children, but Pinocchio was very poor. So what he did? Oh, though it was very cold because now the season is winter season. He's very poor. He don't have any things to sew. So he's only having one coat that he sold. And what he did? He got the money for by selling the coat for Pinocchio's school book because his father was so poor, very poor, so he don't have money to get the book, school book. So he sold his only coat and got the money and buy the school book for the Pinocchio. Now Pinocchio get ready to go to school. Now what the Pinocchio is doing here? On the way to school, Pinocchio came upon a puppet show. Oh God, now what happened? Now students, may he go to school or he will go to the puppet shop? Let's see. Oh, the naughty puppet, what he is doing? The naughty puppet sold his school book and with that money brought a ticket to the show. It's very wrong now, students. He sold his book because his father just sold his coat and brought the school book, and this naughty puppet sold the school book and got a puppet show tickets. Now, when Pinocchio entered the puppet theater, what he would say, children? Yay! The puppet where, see, the puppet show is going on, and even the Pinocchio is a puppet, isn't it, children? So now what the puppet is doing, the puppet were happy to see the Pinocchio, and now the Pinocchio on this stage, you can see, yes, and all they began to jump and clap. Yes. Now, seeing this, the puppet master was very annoyed. Annoyed means he got angry because he interrupted all the play. Now he got angry. Now, students, what this puppet master is doing now? He decided to throw the puppet into the fire. Oh, now puppet Pinocchio, what he will do? Pinocchio told the puppet master his story and said that he was ready to burn in the fire himself, and the puppet master should spare the other puppet's life because puppet master told that I will burn all the Pinocchio into the fire. But Pinocchio said that burn me. but spare the life of my friends. The puppet master was not really a wicked master because the puppet master was a kind person. He let the puppet go and also gave Pinocchio 5 gold coins for his old father Geppetto, because Pinocchio told the story of his father Geppetto. So the puppet masters got very this feel very bad. So he thought that he should help the Geppetto. So he gave 5 coins to the Pinocchio. Now, students, did you think Pinocchio take this coin to Geppetto immediately? Do you think, students? No. The silly little puppet got trouble due to the coins. Now, further, what the Pinocchio is doing, we will see. See, he got in trouble. You can see in the slide. So, who is coming to help the Pinocchio? A kind fairy saved Pinocchio from the robbers. He lied to her. But then a strange thing happened. Do you know, students, what happened? Let's see. The moment Pinocchio told a lie, his nose grew longer and longer. See, in the picture you can see. Why the Pinocchio nose grew longer and longer, students? Because he told lie to the fairy. The Pinocchio was really frightened. Why? Why my nose is growing longer and longer? Then he asked the fairy to forgive him. He said sorry for it. I said lie. And also promised never to tell lies again. Now the fairy thought pity on the Pinocchio. So as you know, Pinocchio was a naughty puppet. He did not learn to tell the truth or listen to a good advice. Is it? Because he is a puppet. He never went to school. He never talked to any person. So he don't know what is truth, what is a good advice and all. Students, do you know at the end of the number of adventures where he found himself? Now what he doing further? See, he got a trouble again and again because he always say lie. So now where he found? Yes, at the bottom of the sea. Now see this puppet where he found at the bottom of the sea. And there came a big shark and he swallowed the Pinocchio. Oh, poor Pinocchio. Now what Pinocchio will do? However, inside the stomach of the shark, Pinocchio saw a faint light. Now he was frightened. He don't know what to do. Now he got a faint light, means slight light he saw. So what he did? When he went near the light, surprise of surprises, he found Geppetto. Wow! Now he is so happy by seeing the Geppetto and the stomach of the shark. Geppetto has been worried about Pinocchio since he had left home to search the Pinocchio. The shark has swallowed the ship in which Geppetto was traveling. Okay, and this way they both came into the stomach of the shark. The shark had swallowed the ship in which Geppetto was traveling, as I told you. Pinocchio took himself and Geppetto out of the shark's stomach. Now they are safe. He carried Geppetto back to the shore. After that, Pinocchio proved to be a good boy because lot of trouble he faced, right? Now what he did? He began to work very hard to help the Geppetto. But Geppetto was a puppet, isn't it? So he can't do all the work as a human being is doing. Now, what the good things the Pinocchio is doing? When he heard that the fairy was ill, he sent her all the money that he was saving for himself. He sent the money to the fairy. The fairy was so happy, and he was with the magic. He turned the Pinocchio. At the end of the story, the Pinocchio had turned into the real boy. Now he become a real boy like you children. Okay, students, from this story, what the moral we got? The moral of the story is if you do good, good will come back to you. Okay, if you do bad, bad will come back to you. Okay, students? Very good. I hope you all understood the story. Now it's time to do the evaluation. Answer the following question. The question is the story begins with what three characters? Here the options are the fairy, Geppetto, and Pinocchio. The second option is Master, Cherry, then Geppetto and Pinocchio, or Geppetto and Augusto. This was a new character, but in this story, we've seen a three character. What are they? You can just put it in the chat box. Yes, the three characters are the fairy, Geppetto, and Pinocchio. Very good, children. Clap for yourself. Now, the second question. What did the Geppetto do with the toy? He made a toy soldier, he made a puppet, or he made a dancing doll. So what he did? Correct. He made a puppet. Very good, students. Now the third question. What happened to Pinocchio when he lied? Can you answer this? The options are his hands grew, his feet grew, his nose grew. Come on, children. Can you answer this in the chat box? Yes? Correct. The answer is his nose grew. Very good, students. The fourth question is what swallows Pinocchio at the end of the story? The options are shark, lion, dinosaur. Can you tell children what is the correct answer? Yes, correct. Shark. Shark is the correct answer. Now, fifth question. Who was the Pinocchio's father? Yes, the options are Master, Geppetto, none of them. Come on, students, you all know who is the father of the Pinocchio. Yes, the correct answer is Geppetto. Wow. Clap for yourself, students. Very nice. Very nice. Now, here the activity. Students, you have to take this screenshot and do this activity in your notebook. The activity is 4 pictures you can see. So, some of the parts of the body was missing. So, you have to draw it and label it. And the second question is you have to draw all the parts and the color has been given. So what color should be there for the eyes, hair, nose and mouth? You have to draw and color it. Is it clear, children? Very good. Now, students, from this story, what we have learned, students, just take a quick recap. We have learned that we should always say truth and we should never say lie. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed the story, and there are so many things we have learned in the story. Do you know now what are things we have learned in the story? That be a good person, never say lie. Okay, now in the story, the Pinocchio is the main character. You have seen that this naughty puppet has trouble a lot. But at the end of the story, he realizes mistakes and turns into a real boy. Right, students? Do you have any doubt? Okay, children. I hope you all enjoy the story, right? So, in today's moral of the story, what I said, if you do good, the good things will come back. If you do bad, the bad will comes back to you. Okay, so we always you have to be tell truth to your parents, to your teachers, and so today thought of the day is always speak the truth. So I had put up the thought of the day that is always speak the truth. Okay, students. Now what I mean to say, you have to tell the story to your friends, to your parents, to your grandma about. Is it a real story, students? What we have learned about the Pinocchio? Is it a real story or imaginary story? Yes, this is a imaginary story. Okay, so all things was imaginary. This is not a real, it's an imaginary story. Okay, so at home you have to read the full textbook and learn the hard words, vocabulary words, and note it in the notebook. So if you will read the story, you will understand the entire story what teacher has taught today. Okay, students, your children, do you understood the story? I hope you all understood. Yes? Okay, students. As you have said all the answers also, I am very happy and glad to see you all that you have enjoyed the story. Okay, children? Your children, here we end up the session. Bye, everyone.